So what we can do is we can play a game. Okay, while we're waiting for these numbers to come, we can play a game. Listen, we have no skin in the game. No matter who wins, we only get galis. Okay, so just bear with me and we'll play this out. I'm not sure this is happening. We don't even know if Chandrababu Naidu will switch. But if they do, we can try and see what happens. So basically, TDP has 16. TDP has 16. If you take them there, it becomes 352. If you take TDP to the India Alliance, it goes to 252. Could there be a twist in the tail? If you take JDU also, now if Nitish Kumar somehow is angry that meeting didn't go well.
This is the irony. He was there yesterday saving his chair.
262 plus 14 then becomes 276.
And today he's a kingmaker.
What is it?
I'm saying if Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar, remember guys, we're still waiting for the numbers.
How much are they?
No, so then it becomes 276. So Chandrababu is 16, Nitish Kumar is 14, that's 30. Add 30 plus 266.
RLD 2.
Who?
RLD 2.
No, you've got these independents.
Yeah,
listen,
independents. I'm just
the
giving
BJP is coming back to power. Don't let nobody get carried away.
I can't see the BJP not coming back to power. I cannot see Prime Minister Modi not becoming Prime Minister. But I think what you have now is that you will have to work with these allies. It's clear, and the big difference between 2014, 19 and 24 is this. The BJP government that now comes to power will have to accommodate allies, will have to accommodate parliament. You see, you will have, you know how India is now. Imagine 30 Samajwadi Party MPs every day, 30 Trinamool Congress MPs every day, and a 95 strong Congress.
No, point taken, Rajdeep, but I think the Congress will not make the mistake that Digvijay Singh made in Goa at one point in time.
Oh, yeah.
They would want to make their moves.
They will try.
This is the time when it is happening.
No, but the difference was, the difference was that time they were the larger party.
Sorry?
What's the harm in not in trying?
No, last time they had 18 seats. They had more seats than the BJP.
Honestly speaking, the BJP is the single largest party. It will be called to form the government.
The president will call them.
Yeah, the president. I mean, that's how the norms are.
That's right.
The single largest party will be called, and
but you will have.
I don't see any challenge to a BJP.
I agree with you. I don't see a challenge to that. But what I do see is a strong opposition. I see institutions therefore pushing back in a way that you haven't seen before, including the media, hopefully. And you will see that. Because you will not, they will, remember what happened in the last term. There were the farm laws rammed through. You can't do that anymore. This has changed the nature of politics. Single election, this all talk, one nation, one election is gone out of the window. Uniform civil code.
UCC is back on the discussion.
What happened? 2/3. You won't have, because you won't have 2/3 now. That's very clear. And when the next Rajya Sabha round takes place, the opposition will have a large number of its MPs. That's the change.
Rajdeep, one small question. I mean, all along we were thinking it's a Tina factor, there is no alternative. But let's assume, I mean, hypothetically speaking, could there be a situation where we could have Nita, as in Nitin is the alternative, or Rita, Rajnath is the alternative?
But you see, why would I have gone into this election with under Prime Minister Modi? Modi ki guarantee. Let's be fair. This election has been fought under Prime Minister Modi. He has every right to return. And therefore, I expect him to complete this Nitin Gadkari,
listen,
Rajnath Singh. I'll tell you when that would happen. If 289 goes below 272, or if the BJP on its own goes below 240. If the BJP on its own goes below 240, which is a possibility,
237 right now.
237.
You see, at below 240, you need all these allies with you.
Yes.
Then there may be the odd ally who will say, would you like to think of someone else? That is possible. It's happened. Indian politics, there are lots of people wanting more and more power.
If it had been a 400 par kind of government, then Indian politics would have been very predictable and boring for the next 5 years. This is anything but boring. It's a very interesting verdict that's been thrown up.
A lot of politics is happening right now. All the phone calls that you couldn't imagine a day, 24 hours back, those phone calls are happening as we speak.
And remember, the BJP now cannot take the TDP for granted. They cannot take Nitish Kumar for granted. They can't even take Chirag Paswan for granted. They can't take Eknath Shinde for granted. They can't even take Kumaraswamy for granted. They can't take Ajit Singh's Jayant Chaudhary for granted. They can't even take Pawan Kalyan. Kiसी को भी granted नहीं ले सकते.
No, you see, the only way you have to offer prime ministership. Suppose you offer Chandrababu or Nitish Kumar prime ministership.
Then
Nitish Kumar is always having to submission.
You're getting carried away now. Sir,
this is a country where Chandrasekhar was propped up.
But he's not that young right now to be able to hold on to his 15. Abhi zyada karega to fir wo bhi to possibility hai.
Sir, you're right. I'm only throwing up hypothetical situations.
Fair enough. Absolutely.
I said very clearly, I believe it will be a BJP-led, Modi-led government. Okay, but what is very clear now is options and alternatives emerge for these allies of a kind that were not there for the last 10 years.
What also emerges is that the nation is hooked onto our coverage. as could not have been imagined
तुमने कोई
otherwise.
YouTube figure आज दिया नहीं? Normally, Rahul?
दिया है सर, दिया है, आ गया.
कोई contest ही नहीं है. You know, like for example, there is a battle on, at least as far as viewership is concerned, there is no contest. The election intelligence dashboard in India Today's coverage is sweeping the stakes. Here are the seats that now seem settled. It's interesting that in the seats where the margin is more than 1 lakh, the NDA has 79, up 4 from the last time. The India Alliance at 24. So these are seats which are now settled, game, set and match on these seats for these alliances. I now look at seats where the margin is more than 50,000. These two are seats where the end result is now not going to change. 141 of those for the NDA, 67 for the India Alliance. The NDA is 1 up. So these are big wins. Big wins coming from Gujarat, big wins coming from Madhya Pradesh, big wins coming from Rajasthan, big wins coming from Western UP, big wins coming from Himachal. These are seats that are settled. Let's now look at seats where the margin is more than 25,000. These seats too, ladies and gentlemen, to my mind, are seats where it's now very difficult. If the margin is more than 25, the direction is set, so it's very difficult for this to change. The NDA leading on 197 such seats, 114 for the India Alliance, up 42 from the last time. The Congress is 51. Now,
breaking news. A left leader, senior left leader has just rung up Chandrababu Naidu to congratulate him and said that you can be the future of this country.
PM Banjao.
He has not used the word PM. He has said, I congratulate you on your week. You can be the future
Sudhir,
of
you
this
should
country.
know this. If Chandrababu Naidu is given the option, okay, we can pull out Andhra Pradesh and show you what's happening there. If he's given the option that these are 25 seats of Andhra Pradesh, on these seats, Naidu, NDA has 21 because 16 are TDP. You come with these 16, join the India Alliance. Will he bite? They say, okay, you become PM.
If the PM post is open,
They'll make it available. They have nothing to lose.
if the PM post is open, I think from both sides, I think he would be believed.
नहीं, but it's not that easy because इतनी खिचड़ी सरकार के PM बनना, how long will he last? He'll last for like barely 2 months, 3 months.
No.
See, that scenario,
let's not underestimate his political acumen.
Fair enough. I'm giving in. Therefore, we are discussing and deliberating him being a PM. But
Does he have
the
that
India
ambition?
Alliance.
I come back to ambition.
Why not? Why not? I mean, his father-in-law had that ambition, so would Chandrababu
NTR,
Naidu.
the great NTR
And
certainly
Naidu
had
is
that
now
ambition.
74. I mean, he would think this is his chance to end his innings on a hooray. And Nara
is what
Lokesh is
Nitish-
there.
I know
leading
he's
the
always
wings.
believed. He told me this in the interview also, off record. I set the trend, whether it was digital India, whether it was smart cities, I set the
which is
trend.
correct.
Others have only copied me.
Which is correct to a large extent.
It is correct to a large extent. Sudhir knows those days well when every leader would land up in Hyderabad first, Bill Clinton onwards. They'd first pay a visit to the entrepreneurs, as they got called. Dekho, ye public hai kya amazing hai. When I went to Andhra Pradesh, they felt left out, that they were no longer relevant in national politics. Guess
For
what?
10 years.
All all
so-
my gadus there.
Exactly,
All the
Rajdeep.
Baru gadus, everyone
For
there.
10 years,
Garus.
10 years, Telugu speaking politicians were out of the power
That's right.
equation.
Now
They
they're
were
going to be back.
completely high and dry.